Good morning. We're at the joint conference in Brisbane hosted by Speech Pathology Australia and the New Zealand Speech Language Therapists Association. This morning we're talking with the National President of the New Zealand Association, Annette Rotherham. Annette, welcome to conference.
Thank you very much, Michael.
And can we start by asking you how long you've been on the board and how long you've been the National President of the New Zealand Association?
I've been on our Executive Council, it was for 4 years, as the communications portfolio. And then in September last year, I became the president. So I'm just in my first term, first year, and we changed from a council to a board last year. So we are now the NZSTA board. Yeah.
And back in New Zealand, you're obviously a speech therapist. What part of the profession are you in, and how different is the profession in New Zealand to Australia?
I'm quite unique in what I do. I do a little bit of private practice, and I independently sort of contract to some of the DHBs to do some casual hours at the moment, because I'm doing my PhD. So I'm actually enrolled here at UQ in Brisbane. So it's kind of become my second home here in Brisbane. And I'm doing a PhD under Dr. Sarah Wallace in aphasia. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit of everything. But speech language therapy in New Zealand does tend to have very much a health stream, a publicly funded health stream, and a publicly funded education stream. And then we have got a very growing private practitioner area as well.
Tomorrow is conference day 2. We have the Grace Gain Memorial Lecture, obviously hosted by the New Zealand Association. Tell us about Grace Gain and why you celebrate her and mark her lecture at the conference.
Grace Gain was a real pioneer of speech language therapy in New Zealand. So she, in the 1960s, was one of the first speech language therapists to ever work in the hospital system. So moving out of the education and the teaching space and into that health space, particularly post-war with ward veterans and the needs that were sort of identified post World War II. But Grace Gain was also very early developed the New Zealand Speech Language Therapy Association, and she pioneered very hard to have to see us as a registered profession. So we've only just recently become a self-regulating registered profession this year. So Grace Gain, I'm sure, will be very proud of us, and that's why we have that award at each conference that we have.
That's great. Well, I'm sure everybody will be looking forward to that. So, Annette, let's finish up with 60 seconds of questions about yourself. People get a better idea about who you are and what you do. So let's get underway. Kiwi or kangaroo?
Kiwi.
Speech pathology or speech therapist?
Speech therapist.
And who would play you in a movie?
Play me in a movie? Hopefully Kate Winslet.
Good choice. And Lamington, New Zealand or Australian creation?
Australian, I believe. In fact, Brisbane, isn't it?
Wellington or Canberra?
Wellington.
Manuka or Manuka?
Manuka.
What is 5 times 4 plus 8?
28.
Best book you've ever read?
The Guernsey Potato Peel Society. I don't know, it's a long one, but it's a really nice book.
Have you seen the film?
I have seen the film.
Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
Beatles.
North Island or South Island?
Oh no, that's hard. South Island.
Is Russell Crowe an Aussie or a Kiwi?
He's a Kiwi, but you can have him.
Paris or New York?
New York.
That'll do us. Annette, enjoy the rest of the conference and thank you for talking with us.
That's all right. Thank you very much.